And Senator, I just want to get your views, and everyone's actually. We'll do it in greater detail in the next little bit, but the burqa ban, the idea that the extreme majority in this number say, yep, burqa ban, they support it as an idea. What was it like sitting in Parliament a week ago and some of the nonsense, particularly from, in my view, George Brandis and the way he reacted to it?
Yeah. I actually hadn't had any lunch up till 2 o'clock, and 2 o'clock is when question time starts. So I was out of the chamber. I'd been back in my office watching on the closed circuit when the burqa thing came on, and I particularly watched George's speech. He was quite emotional, as we all know. But there's an important point that's been missed from what George said. He was criticising Pauline Hanson for wearing a burqa, saying if that offends Muslims, they won't cooperate and help us out the terrorists. Now, if that's useful information, then maybe he could have told us on the crossbench. We don't get told any of that stuff.
This is extraordinary.
I've met the head of ASIO once, I think, since I've been a senator. I've met a couple of AFP people who came to try to talk me into voting for a bill, and that's about it. If it is the view of the intelligence community that we have to suck up to the Muslims in Western Sydney or wherever it is in order for them to out the terrorists or the people who they think might be terrorists, maybe it'd be a good idea to tell us about it. You know, there's a joint standing committee on intelligence and security which looks at the intelligence bills and various other things that come through Parliament. We would have had, I don't know, 6 or 7 national security bills that have come into the Senate. And they get amended by the government, and the Attorney-General stands there and says, oh, this has been to the committee, the Joint Standing Committee on Intelligence and Security. I'm doing what the committee recommends. We sit there and go, well, big deal, bully for you. No one's ever asked us what we think, and now you're complaining because we don't like the bill when it arrives in the Senate, and we want to change it because we don't think you've addressed civil liberties or something like that.
And the committee is only made up of Labor and Liberal
Liberal people. Yeah, no, crossbench, not even the Greens are allowed on it.
Well, this is it. So literally, and this is the thing too, you think about the way this works now with Australian politics, that between Greens, One Nation and the rest of the crossbench, that's 30% of Australia that is just not part of these discussions.
It's a duopoly, as we would say in economic terms. Yeah, so they keep us out of all that stuff.